Like, I want to drop Kyle Manco into black holes of negativity and let him beam out positivity and light and hope and inspiration.
What would be like a formula? What would be like a little base plan that you would do?
The authentic stories is the thing. That's not the end of the world if somebody's flaming you for being too
No.
positive. Manco moments? Yeah, Manco
Yeah.
moments is a thing. I like that too. Okay, so this is Kyle Manco, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't seen him in a while here on the stream. It's been a little bit. Kyle is one of the best Teemo players in the world. I got my Teemos right here.
Wait a minute.
Uh,
That's like awesome.
what? You didn't know I had these?
No.
Oh, when we
Oh,
went to Riot, do you have these ones?
no, I don't.
There's apparently another miniature one where he's not like he's pretty beat up on this one.
He's inting.
When we went to Riot, we got these two, and then
Wow.
a buddy of mine works with Riot on making toys and stuff. So he made this the Sivir
Oh, wow.
fidget spinner.
A
Yeah,
Sivir fidget spinner. That's awesome.
yeah. I could
love
probably hook
that.
you up with one if you want.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Check this
okay,
out.
so
Wait, I
yeah,
wanted
what
to
do you
share
got?
mine.
Okay.
I've got.
Oh, nice.
It's a custom made one. It's a Poro. It's a Timo Poro.
I like it.
Yeah, a chick on Etsy does League figures. It's awesome. It's kind of like a custom made, painted, and everything. Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
So
I think you linked her up
that.
once on your Instagram or Twitch
Yeah,
or somewhere.
she's good.
Anyway,
She's good at that stuff.
so Kyle is one of the best Teemo players in the world. I'm learning Teemo. I'm not that good, although I won 3 games in a row last night on ADC
Hey,
Teemo.
there it is.
After talking to this man last night, we won a 3-0. So it's awesome. I'm feeling it.
That's a good start.
So this series is about helping Kyle with his business. So I'm a sponsor of Kyle and what he's doing. Apparently, he's got some big numbers that's been happening over the past little bit.
Yeah,
Tell us about your
has been
growth.
going. Okay, so yeah, It's been going fantastically. Twitch is at around 23,000, and we went from 6 months ago, maybe 60 average viewers, to now we're at like 200 every time. So that's amazing, you know. YouTube has gone from about 5K last month, and now we're at 10K. So that's like crazy growth. And the YouTube game is amazing. I love YouTube. I'm very fascinated by it. I like seeing because I'm not a businessman, but I like looking at it and trying to learn, and seeing like the analytics page from YouTube compared to the Twitches. It's like kind of cool that YouTube is so advanced. You know, it's definitely a cool gig. I've been trying on Twitter and Instagram. We'll talk about that later. I do have a couple questions lined up for you, but they're not
Okay.
growing at a rapid pace. But we're getting there. It's steady.
All right. Well, let's dive in.
But
How
yes.
can I help? We're helping Kyle. He's a full-time streamer. I love his message. He wants to inspire people through the stream, not just teaching them gameplay, but gaming saved his life, and he's helping save others. So we're here to help him build his business and build his stream. So what do you got?
That is a really well said way you put that. I love that. I gotta steal that. Do you mind?
Go for it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I do have a couple questions lined up. I thought hard and long about them last night over a nice cheeseburger because we're starting keto today, so I wanted one last meal. So my first one pertaining to like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. So I wanted to ask you your opinion. What should my content be towards? So like on Twitter and Instagram, should it be? So right now I'm doing some league, some IRL, some like inspirational, some like tidbits that I'm feeling like my mood that could maybe help others. What do you think is the best way to approach it? Should I keep doing all of them? Should I maybe specify one? Should I maybe focus more on one? What, in your opinion? Because you are the model of consistent posting on Twitter, Instagram, and I want to take from that. So it's like, what should I be consistently post about, in your opinion, or do them all?
How much involvement do you have on the YouTube one?
On YouTube, I would say maybe like I have a fair amount.
If I'm you, I would focus obviously on Twitch because that's what's making it happen for you right now.
Well, this is more towards Twitter, Instagram, and like the
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media. Sorry.
So YouTube would be my number two after Twitch, obviously. YouTube, because the content you make, even though some of it is super timely, right? Like if you're talking about a patch update, that's not going to be relevant in 6 months. Nobody's going to care about that patch update video, right? But it's still the longest shelf life of a post is on YouTube, and you can get paid, right? How many? You're at 10,000 subscribers now.
Hmm.
Are you in the partner program? You should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you could start getting paid. Did you apply? You got all
Well,
that? Like, are you
I have that. I have that written down. I want to talk to you about.
okay?
But I want to. I have. I'm very. My organization is my one, maybe not so strong suit. So I have it organized on my little notebook here, and I kind of want to go. I want to just stick to that because if we start ranting, me and you can talk. At like a bar over a beer. For like 30 minutes and just talk about everything. But I kind of want to do it point based because that helps me organize. But I do have that. I have that next. So be
Okay,
ready
well,
for
you
it.
should get
Everything
paid.
YouTube.
Sarah, if she's listening or
We
watching
are.
the
We are.
replay.
We are.
Okay, great.
We are. The
Apply, get
details
paid.
will
I
be
mean,
that soon.
I don't know what the CPM is for League of Legends content. We'll see. But YouTube would definitely be my number two. From there, I think you have a big opportunity in Twitter, but more so from joining the conversations.
Okay, that's smart.
I would look
So,
at
like
Twitter more
commenting.
as like networking, commenting, being a face in the scene. So I don't know how much you follow, like all the pros, all the guys who are like Twitter is a huge thing in the League community. Um,
Oh yeah. How do you
TL
know that?
gets, dude, Jesus Christ.
I'm just trolling a little bit.
So TL gets kicked yesterday from playoffs, right? They won
Hmm.
4 splits in a row. Now they're out. They had all these opportunities. It was all breaking for them to win, and then they had to play. Who did they play yesterday? I forget. And they lost,
C9,
right?
C9, I think.
All right, they played C9 and lost, right?
Hmm.
It was a close game, backdoor, Tom Kench, take the base. But something like that, after that happens, there's tons of conversation that's going on, right? So double lift tweets, right? We played our hearts out or something. And there's a lot of people trolling him in the comments because he said spring split doesn't matter, because he said, he didn't have the motivation. He wasn't try harder in solo queue. That's a chance for you to inject the positivity. Whether it's
Yeah, that's a
sending
really
double
good way of
lift
looking at
love,
it.
whether it's like I want to drop Kyle Manco into black holes of negativity and let him beam out positivity and light and hope and inspiration.
I like
Right?
that.
It's what
You're
you're
on the
already.
ball today. I love it. Well, you're on it every day, but go on.
This is my zone now. You're doing it anyway, kind of on Twitch. Like that's the goal. Is Twitch is so, and League itself. There was so much toxicity and so much negativity. And here's Kyle doing his thing, playing like the most toxic champ of all time, but being the positivity guy. And so there's a lot of negativity on Twitter as well. And I would be the guy going in supporting them. Right? Like, I don't know if you watched it. I don't know how much you follow LCS or care. We haven't, in the past, you said you haven't been a super huge fan. But jumping in and spreading love, whether it's giving Doubleless love or any of the people who are commenting on it when everybody else is hating on them, I think it'd be a huge opportunity for you. It's like, who's this one guy saying, hey, sending you love, man? And then they look at your Twitter bio and they say, oh, Kyle's a grandmaster, a challenger, Teemo player, here's my stream, and they get them to now follow you on Twitch.
Yeah,
So
that's really good.
I think that's your biggest opportunity, more than posting individual pieces of content.
Hmm.
There definitely is a plan. There is a path. Like I could definitely see you doing well on Twitter more than Instagram, but Instagram too, possibilities.
Quick question for
Yeah.
Twitter. So commenting more, engaging positivity on other people. I got that written down. That's smart that I never really thought about. As far as my posts, should I tailor them towards positivity? Should I do positivity plus some gameplay? Should I do some memes? What do you think? Is there like a little formula you use, or should I just, base it on, how I'm feeling. Like, what's the formula? I have no formula right now. It's kind of like, oh, the sky is blue. Let me tweet it. Oh, Timo's a cool guy. Tweet it. Oh, I'm feeling happy. Let's all be happy. I have no formula. It's kind of like, what would be like a formula? What would be like a little base plan that you would do?
So I'll give you one. I'm not sure that it's the best path for you right now because I'm more worried about bandwidth. Like I would love for you to really hone in and focus in on the Twitch and the storytelling and the YouTube channel and the Twitter engagement. And that's it. Like I think if you crush those three, you're going to hit a home run. We can add more layers onto it, but I don't want to sacrifice the other stuff. Like if now you're thinking about posting an Instagram about your cheeseburger instead of making a YouTube video or instead of getting involved in the Twitter comments, I don't think it's as high leverage. So if you wanted to, the plan I would say,
I have Cake helping me. Like she definitely helps a lot with the social media. So I don't think I would be sacrificing much by doing all that. That's her wheelhouse. She's really good at that. So she's helped me a ton with it. So it's like I don't think we'll sacrifice, but I can see where you're getting at. I definitely don't want to overload.
So what I would then do is look at one, gameplay clips. So think about your best moments or think about what's already been clipped to your Twitch, and you can repost some of those. Or if something great just happened on stream, ask people to clip it. So gameplay, I think gameplay should be a part of everything you do. It's not the only thing. That's what we've been having this discussion over. It's not we're not only following you to learn about Timo, right? We're learning about high level gameplay and positivity, inspiration, how to get through tough times. So gameplay clips. Twitter is 45 seconds. Instagram is a minute. So I would look at, to make it easy, I would look at 45 seconds and post to both.
Okay.
Right. Next, I would pick some kind of lifestyle post. Pictures are easier. So like the diet, right? We're doing, I started keto today. That could be a post. But
and
with
like
a
I could
story
show like
behind
the
it.
groceries that I bought.
Show me a picture for sure. It could be groceries. It could be the cheeseburger that you just enjoyed from last night with a big smile. It could be.
I wish I took a picture of that.
It could be you in the mirror, unhappy. Like maybe you're looking at yourself and saying, "Hey, I gained 15 pounds getting off my diet or whatever." Right? Like the authentic stories is the thing. So think about the message first, and then what picture can help articulate the message.
Okay.
So the message is, like how long you've been off you were hardcore on your diet when you were with Nick, and then you fell off for like.
Oh, yeah, it's been a couple months.
3 months or something, right? So so that process of like, how do you get back on the horse? And why is now the time that you're deciding to take it seriously? Like think about the message. Think about what you would write out as like the punchline of the message, then what you'd write as a caption, and then what picture goes well with that.
Okay. That's great. Thank you. That sounds actually
Same thing.
Like, it sounds.
Yeah.
With that advice, it sounds easy enough to do, and it makes sense, right? Because sometimes you say something to do, I'm like, how the heck am I going to be able to do that? But that's like something that's so easy, and that makes sense. Thank you.
Great. And if Cake wants to help, and you could do a picture with her, and how much has she meant to you over the past 3 months, right? So there's a story in everything.
Yeah.
There's a story in everything. And so it's trying to figure out what is the story more than just, hey, look at my cheeseburger. Happy days. Right? I need to learn. Right? I need to feel something.
The way you say it like that.
I mean, I haven't seen you post much recently. I know Sarah's been posting on and off. She's in the bathtub for something, and she's posting the dogs. But with each one, like if you're going to show the dogs, awesome. Or the cats, the rescue cats.
We adopted one.
Yeah. So like you tell me a story. You tell me, what's the story? What's the lesson with each piece of content that you're putting up? Then think caption and then think picture. So you could do that every day. There's a lesson every day. Just, again, bandwidth issues. So
What does that mean? What does that mean for the record? I have no idea what that
bandwidth?
means.
Oh, bandwidth is, well, bandwidth is like, it
No, I know
comes
what
from
bandwidth
tech.
is, but bandwidth issues with Twitter or Instagram, like.
No. Your mental
Oh,
bandwidth.
okay. Okay.
Your ability to take on it's just like last night when you said,
Okay, I
hey,
gotcha.
focus on 2 roles. Don't try to do all roles because you'll suck at all of them, right? Focus. So this is the same thing. Now, you may have more bandwidth because Sarah's willing to take on some of these things, and all you have to do is, approve it or come up with the message, and she's going to take care of it. Awesome, right? That's where you can scale a business and a team where you can't scale, your character on League of Legends.
Gotcha. Okay.
So gameplay, right? Clips, and if you're
Mhm.
streaming for 8 hours every day, or multiple days per week, there's got to be a clip a day that you can pull out, right?
Yeah, I have to get better at being like, hey, clip that. That's something I've never done, so it's like that's something I have to get better at.
You could put a sign, like put a little sticky note under your computer or by your monitor that says "clip that," so you're looking at it all the time.
Yeah, that works.
And then when something good happens, hey, clip that. It could be a thing. Like clip that, right? And then people love you, and they would do it if they're thinking about it.
Yeah. It's kind of just like that habit that goes under the carpet.
You could tell your mods too to try to remind you, like, hey guys, I'm really trying to get better at clipping things so I can move it to other. Nice.
Oops, sorry. We're back.
Tell your mods, like I Bust Skulls and if Nick's on or Cake's on or whoever, like I really want to get better at clips. We're not doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
So if I forget, please remind me, right?
Yeah, I give
so
that happen.
You could, like on Instagram, Twitter, I do 3 posts a day.
Jesus Lord.
You don't need to do that.
I would
but
like
you
to
could.
do 1 a day.
Yeah, so I would do 1 a day to start, split in between 3. So every 3 days is a clip. Every 3 days is a story with a picture or something that you are telling a personal story about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cheeseburgers or whatever. And then the third one I would do something
like
related.
IRL?
No, that's the second one. Like IRL is the story with the cheeseburger. Like I would try to lean in on different emotions. So a great one would be the whole diet thing. Like I fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Here's me. You take a picture of you in the bathroom or on the scale or something. It's like, man, I gained 20 pounds in 3 months from just eating whatever. And now I feel like I've gone back, like whatever you feel. I feel like I've gone backwards. I feel like I don't have my confidence. I feel like, I don't recognize this person anymore. Whatever it is, right? Like the sad or the negative that you're now coming out of to become, right? So it's not like Manko only lives this great life and everything's always positive. It's like you're struggling too. Like you still have setbacks too. You still have issues too. And this is how, so you're taking me on the journey of you getting better. I think it's super powerful. Or like when you fell out of Challenger, how did that make you feel? And how are you going to react to it? Right? It's like I'm getting back on it. I'm going. I'm grinding. Right. Or like the whole frogging thing of him flaming you and then him
you love that
sending
story.
you love.
You love that story.
But I love that story because it's a Manko moment, right? Like
oh, I like
here's
that.
Manko moments. Yeah, Manko moments is a thing. I like that too. It's a Manko moment in that. For those who don't know, we're diving deep into League of Legends world now. But Froggen is a legendary League of Legends professional player since season 2, I think, or maybe 1. I don't know. He's been around forever. He's one of the OGs. And Kyle and Froggen were in the same game, and Froggen was pissed at him for something.
Jerk.
Called him something, whatever, and freaked out. And this is to show him love back. I think is a Manko moment. Probably. This is where you're decent, but could be legendary at. Because for people who know who Froggen is, to then get flamed by him would be a big deal. Like even to be in the same game as Froggen would be a big deal. And you're coming up against these guys all the time in the games that you're playing, right? You're playing with the pros on whatever
Yeah,
accounts they're on.
it's hard.
I would do something news related to League of Legends right now.
Okay. Something
So
like top page
something,
Reddit kind of thing, like a topic, right?
a topic or your reaction to something. So like
Okay.
Liquid being kicked out, like all of the playoffs that are happening today, and all of the tiebreakers that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
How good is NA talent versus the world? Will we have MSI, or is it going to be canceled?
Okay.
Whatever. I would
There's
look at
always something going on.
but do you have something to say on it?
Of course.
Great. So what do you think about Liquid being kicked out?
I'm saddened because that was my first ever favorite team. So I have an emotional connection. Although, like I said, I'm getting back into LCS. I'm not quite writing it off anymore. But yeah, that was my first favorite team. So, of course, they're going to be my favorite. So, obviously, I feel sad about it, even though it's not the same players from back then. The whole.
And why is it your favorite team?
Because I'm attached. Since Team Curse was developed, which is Team Liquid now, I was a fan,
So why did you like Curse?
Boy. I'm St. Vicious. And there's my post. Look at that. Evan works miracles again.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, and then why did you love Void Boy?
Oh, because he's a heck of a guy and he's positive like yours truly.
So that's a post, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad that Liquid's out. And then you tell me the story about why you're so sad that Liquid's out.
Yeah.
Right? Instagram, you can go longer. So what I do is I write for Instagram because it's the longest. Between Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Actually, LinkedIn is probably not a great thing for you, but Instagram is the longest. Twitter is the shortest. So I write for Instagram and then cut down to the core components for Twitter.
Okay. I can definitely make that happen. Thank you.
And if that's Sarah who's going to be helping you, she could pull it out, or you could just kind of dictate it and she can wordsmith it to make it look nicer and better.
Yeah,
but that concept of I'm sad that Liquid's out. Why? Because Liquid was my first team that I love. Why? Because it came from Curse. Why? Because Void Boy was on there, and I love how positive he is, and that's what I want to maintain. And so even though Liquid is nothing like what it used to be, I'm still sad that they're out because I have this emotional attachment.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah, there's your post.
Thanks for breaking that down for me.
So every 3 days, the clip should be easy enough and should be relatively low lifting for you. Just a little bit of what am I seeing in this clip? Why is it exciting? Not just the video, but tease it. Tell me something about it, right? Copy is important. The IRL, right? Cheeseburger, Diet, Sarah, Nick, Walmart, whatever. I'd love to see the car, dude. Do you have a picture of that car?
I have a picture, yeah. But I have bad news. I did sell that car.
That's okay. But you have a picture of it.
I do have a picture. I know you're emotionally attached to it just like I am, so.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to keep the car for life, but you have a picture. Do you have a picture of the car in the Walmart or no?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
So, but that's a great. No, just the car is fine, right?
I know.
I think even on your Twitch page should have your story. We need 3 tiles of your story.
Okay.
Before you get to the standard donate and schedule and whatever's on there right now, right? Mm-hmm. 3 tiles of your story, right? The first one is the car. This is the car I slept in when I had nothing and hated my life. I discovered, and not get into the, things that you can't talk about on, Twitch. Then 2, I discovered League of Legends. It changed my life, and now I'm a, challenger Teemo One Trick. And then the third one is I'm trying to spread positivity and motivation and know that your life can get better, right? So somebody's hosting you, or somebody's coming and finding you, or they're coming from your Twitter and they hit your Twitch. It's like, holy cow, who is this guy? This is awesome. This guy went from being homeless to now being a challenger Teemo player, and he wants to spread positivity in the world, right?
Yeah. All right. Realistically on that, I probably will write that up. Hopefully, I want to put it at a week so I can really put all my thought into it, and I'll send you something and you can help me wordsmith it and all that. see your opinion on it.
Yeah, and pictures.
Okay.
You need pictures for each. Like you need the car, for sure. The car in the
Okay.
Walmart, dude. It's amazing. So good.
Okay, wait. I do have. Thank you a lot for that. I do have more questions, and I know we don't have the most time,
Yeah.
so I do want to hit you with a couple more. Okay, for YouTube, you're inspirational and you're positive, and you're also a businessman, of course. I want to talk to you about the YouTube. So, how YouTube in the league scene? So, it's very popular. I'm not sure if how you run your YouTube. So, I don't have a lick of YouTube experience. I don't know how to do thumbnails, anything like that, edit, whatever. So I've always had an editor, whatnot.
Hmm.
So I'm with a guy. His name is Professor Akali. If you want to look him up on Twitter, he's pretty big, and
Okay.
we have a deal with him. Like that's who runs my YouTube now. It's like
Okay.
him, and he's got like a team, right? And so it is monetized. It's 50-50. So I pretty much he just pulls videos from my stream. He does everything else. I stream. He does literally everything.
Okay.
And it's 50-50 split. Um, and it is monetized. So
Hmm.
we're making money off it. So it's like I just wanted to see how you felt about that. I already inked and everything. I probably should have asked you first. I probably should have got your opinion before I did it.
What?
But it was like a spur of the moment thing, and
Oh,
it
like you
seemed
signed
really
the
good.
contract?
Oh heck yeah!
Okay. Yeah, you should have sent
So
us.
how do you feel about all that? What's your initial
um,
reaction?
I
I still
like
think,
it.
like I said, I think it's wonderful. It's amazing. I'm very grateful. 50% of 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing, right? And like I said, we have a good relationship. Yeah. So
Yeah, I like it. Depends on the terms. Like 50% great, but it's now you're looking at, well, what happens if there's if it doesn't go well? If you want to leave, there's always what you have to look at in a contract. What's going to show up?
mm,
How do you decide if like if you guys part ways for whatever reason, what happens? Um, 50% is a good short-term deal. It may not be the best long-term deal, but it depends on what's in the contract.
okay. I'll send you that
Because that,
over off stream. I would feel more
yeah, yeah. Let
comfortable
me
with
let
that.
me look at it.
Okay.
As you continue to build your brand, right now he's doing a lot for you.
Hmm.
As you continue to build your brand, um, you're going to be doing more for him.
Yeah,
Like
I can see that.
the
Yeah.
deal is skewed right now, great. But as you start building and getting better, like if you become a huge, this which is the point, mine can
Yeah.
becomes a huge deal. Then giving up 50% of your YouTube revenue to anybody is likely not a great deal. So that's where you can put in benchmarks. So you say like, hey, as we earn this amount, you take half, but as we start earning more and more, you will guarantee to earn this amount because he's not gonna have to put in any extra work ongoing. It's the same amount of work every week. So I would look to make benchmarks, but it really depends on what you signed. So
Okay. I'll send you that over.
it's not Tfue level garbage contract, probably.
Jesus Lord. You're up to date with everything. You've done your homework.
This guy. But
Okay,
but it
I do have more
probably
for you.
yeah, okay. Last one. What do you got?
Last one. This is kind of like, I'm going to combine my two into one, okay? So, I need help because I really do care about being positive, and I care about trying to, whether it be trying to make everybody eye contact with in Walmart happy or in game happy. I do care about that very much. It's not like
Hmm.
horseradish, it's like I care about it. We're living, walking, and breathing this. This is part of me. Like, maybe 2 years ago it wasn't part of me, but it definitely is now. I definitely care about it. It's something I'm very passionate about. It means a lot to me. So
Yeah.
how I need advice on how do I do it sometimes more subtle, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to be that like annoyingly over the top happy positive guy. How do I do it subtly sometimes with the net if the situation calls for it. um
I
yeah.
think all you need to do is have it in your awareness. I think with the passion that you just spoke about it, it comes out that it's obvious that it's it's real, that it's authentic, that you actually do care about it, that it's not just some strategy you're using. It's what attracted me to you in the first place when we had some conversations back and forth on Twitter DM, way back at the start. It's like, this guy really cares. So it's partly you just doing it in terms of like you being you and you getting better at the skill. So when you're in game, you're not tilting, you're trying to maintain, positivity, and you're saying you're 9 out of 10 on that. Great. Let's get to 9.5.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel the same way.
Like Void Boy level, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you could be Void Boy level positivity plus. But the biggest thing that I think you need to work on is just trying to find those moments. I'm not worried about the authenticity of the moments. I don't think you'll come across as pushing an agenda or pushing a message. I'm not scared about that at all. You're just not thinking about it enough during your streaming.
Okay.
So one story per stream is a great start. I would think every time that you're in queue, to use that as a time to try to find a way to tell a story or be supportive or give somebody love in the community, and let it play out. I don't think anybody's gonna come at you and say, you're just always super positive. If somebody says that, man, like if somebody says, hey, dude, you're always so super positive, like, I try. I mean, I want to be positive. I think the world has too much negativity right now. Let me tell you, I'm not always the most positive guy. But I'm trying to fix it. Because I'm not happy when I'm in a negative mood, and so I'm trying to put out a more positive message. And then you can share some story about when you weren't happy, like yesterday, whatever. Some guy flamed me in stream, and I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be collected, but really, I just wanted him to int and throw his computer out the window and uninstall League, right? But whatever,
never.
But not never. Sometimes you're genuinely pissed at somebody on your team, and it shows, and you're upset, and you can cover it to say, okay, just a warm-up game, this happens sometimes, awesome. But you could take me into the frustration too. Like, I get frustrated. I want to climb. I want to win. I'm pissed that I'm not where I want to be, and now I got this Katarina mid who's feeding, and now there's nothing I can do, and I'm stuck in this game for the next 15 minutes. You could take me inside some of those if people are flaming you for being too positive, but that's not the end of the world if somebody's flaming you for being too positive, right?
So pretty much don't even worry about it and just have a little bit of awareness, Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it. I think that's
first world problems.
Sure. But the real problem is that you're not doing enough of it.
Gotcha.
And I get in game, especially on your main account, you're kind of focused and not engaging as much with your community and all that because you're trying to win. But on the other accounts, and definitely in queue, that's your chance to shine. That's your chance to show up and just have it again. Maybe another sticky note next to your computer or something. Flip this and then Manko moment. Let's have a Manko moment.
Yeah, I like that. Manko moment.
Time for a Manko moment here, guys. Yeah,
I like that a lot. That's awesome.
Even playing off like what Manko means in Japanese or whatever, right? Like it's a negative. Yeah. There's so many great things that are part of your story that even your name is negative and you play this negative champion and then you're the most positive, right? But you can lean into those things. So trying to have a Manko moment multiple times per stream on the breaks. And if you get it while you're dead, while you've been killed or while you're having just a fun game, those are bonus. I'd love to just be so ingrained in you that it just keeps coming up over and over and over and over again. But starting point is like plan for it. So on the breaks, between the games, when you're in queue, you're looking to create a Manko moment for somebody in your audience.
Okay. I love that. I love that a lot. That's my favorite thing from today, easily.
The Manko moments?
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Okay, that's about what I had.
All right. Good luck. Manko moments. Send me the contract and send me. I want to see a clip, dude. I want to see a clip of you telling a story. Okay,
I'll get you a Manko moment. Fine.
Clip me one. Send it. I'm pumped to see it. I know, dude. I know you're so capable of this stuff. It's just you just haven't worked the muscle. You're just lifting like 5 pounds right now. But you could be. You've got all the like you've got it all set up for you. You've got the right mindset, you got the right story, the right care, the right heart. It's all there. It's just putting in the reps, and you could be legendary. Manko goes legendary. You got to do it.
Thank you. Thanks for the confidence boost as well.
All right. Thank you, man.
If you want to see the last one-on-one I did with Kyle Manko, check the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.